Hi, I'd like to welcome you all to the Harbor Island Cherry Blossom Festival. It's Saturday, April 30th, 2005. The event's being sponsored by the Harbor Island Conservancy, which is an organization whose mission is to preserve the park and work for its betterment, and the Village of Mamaroneck. And we're celebrating Arbor Day here in the Village of Mamaroneck, as well as celebrating the fabulous cherry trees that surround the harbor and the basin. And we hope that you'll all come out and see the trees as they bloom over the next couple of weeks.
Alright, we can say so.
Alright.
We're giving away Taringo crab apple. We're giving away Taringo crab apple.
Alright, they'll be great to plant. They'll be beautiful flowering trees to allow about 10 feet around, and in 5 years you're going to have a 6-foot tree. It'll be beautiful.
Okay, I'm Fred Longacre, President of the Harbor Island Conservancy, and this is George Latimer, and we're here for the Cherry Blossom Festival. And as you'll be probably seeing if you pan around, we have lots of activities here. People can buy t-shirts, they can get their faces painted, they can pretty soon listen to the music, they can buy crabapple tree seedlings complete with instructions on how to plant them. And the kids have plenty of art activities over here, making little cherry blossoms to put on paper cherry trees.
It's events like this, Cherry Blossom Festival, that really give me a tremendous appreciation for being part of the Mamaroneck Village community. It's a small town activity. People come together as neighbors and as friends. And then most importantly, we're here at Harbor Island, which is the village's jewel. It's the most important central facility in this community. It brings everybody together wherever you may live, whatever your economics are, whatever your background is. And so I'm very lucky to be here today. I don't think I'm going to get my face painted, but I may try out a couple of those other things.
You look good in our t-shirt.
Good, that's good. I go for a t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, it's an education. It's the next step, right?
Did you watch me go stone gray?
Yeah, right. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
What?
Sheldon Silver.
You want to finish this one that you started?
What are you making? What are you making?
I don't know. I'm just outlining all this.
Despite the rain and the weather. And well, I'm going to pass it over to Gloria in a minute. So. So we're delighted that you're already doing the art projects, and we hope that you'll take home a Taringa crabapple seedling and plant it at your own home. But one of the special things we're doing today is celebrating Arbor Day and planting a cherry tree to enhance the cherry trees that surround the harbor plantings here right in Harbor Island around the two basins, the East and West Basins. And to begin with, I would like to invite up Gloria Pritz, the Village of Mamaroneck historian, who'll tell us a little bit about how the cherry trees came to be.
I can hold it. Yes, good afternoon. So sure enough, it's been 47 years that Mamaroneck has had this beautiful, beautiful view of cherry trees every early May. We're blessed with these gorgeous trees. And what happened was that in, about June 1957, that Robert R. Bibb Jr., he was president of the Park Commission. And he had a dream of a cherry tree walk down at Harbor Island. And he spoke to the other members of his of his commission, and oh, they thought that was a wonderful idea, but you know, nothing was done. But then it came to be early January 1958 that again he brought up the Cherry Tree Walk again along the West Basin. And the members of the commission were thrilled with it. They thought that would be a good idea. You know, we probably could use 160 trees along the Cherry Tree Walk. But the budget, the village budget really doesn't have the money to cover the cost of the trees. But you know, what we could do is ask residents or organizations to donate $25 for each tree, and it could be in honor of someone special or someone, a special memory of someone in their family. Well, you know, we could do that. Maybe we would get 40 trees. Well, gee, we would be happy. We would be happy with, you know, 40 trees, even though we need 160. But then they realized they had to do some kind of promotion. And so Bob Arbib contacted Grace Huntley Pugh, you know, Mamaroneck's own special artist. He contacted Gracie and said, would she draw a sketch of what she thought the Cherry Tree Walk would be? And so, sure enough, it was January, and Gracie, being Gracie, very diligent, she, for a number of days, sat down there at the West Basin to sketch and draw what she felt the Cherry Tree Walk would be. And the end of January, there it was complete. And on January 30th, in the Daily Times, our local Mamaroneck paper, there was an article announcing the Cherry Tree Walk project, and that for $25, anyone could have a tree in memory of someone or an organization in honor of someone special. And, well, of course, with the announcement went along Gracie's sketch, beautiful sketch. The village was inundated with requests for gifts, for donations of the trees for $25 each. Well, they had hoped to get 160, but after about 6 weeks, the village manager closed the entire project. That over 300 trees was way too many that could fit down at Harbor Island Park. And of course, they did have some of them go to other parks in the village, Florence Park in particular. So that was the end of that. But then on May 12th, Sunday, May 12th, it was a beautiful sunny day. We do get beautiful sunny days. And there was the dedication for the Cherry Tree Walk down at the West Basin in the little slope that goes down from where Fenimore Road comes into the Post Road. There in the West Basin, they had the dedication. They had a dais. They had some Japanese cherry trees that had been planted around there as a start. And there were just a crowd of people who came. And they did have a program. And with the program, they had the list of over 300 donors and who they were honoring or memorializing in the Cherry Tree Walk. It was just beautiful. Mayor Arthur Phillips said that this was just the part of one of the beautification projects that the village was doing to beautify our beautiful village of Mamaroneck. And Mr. Arbib said that it would be something that would just live forever with its beauty. And of course, we know that. We know that because every spring, the cherry trees, their blossoms are just so gorgeous, so brilliant against the water of the harbor. It is just something to capture in the special photography photograph. Well, 20 years after that, in October 1978, the village did finally decide to do something to have a commemorative plaque for the cherry trees. And they did place a bronze plaque on a huge boulder that's there in the park about where Fenimore Road meets the Post Road, where the original dedication ceremony was held. And you can see that plaque today. And on the plaque are the names of all of the donors and all of the people who were honored or in memory of for these gifts and donations. The original plan, the original dream was to have a plaque on every tree so that every tree would be named for one of the donors, and it would indicate the in memory of or in honor of that particular dedicee. But that became much too costly. So that particular part of the project was dropped. And so we now, after 47 years, still have these gorgeous, beautiful trees that just is such a delight to all of us and is so special. Makes Mamaroneck just the beautiful spot on the East Coast. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gloria. And the very first Arbor Day, to follow up on the trees that were planted around our basin, took place in Nebraska on April 10th in 1872. And it was the brainchild of Julius Morton, a Nebraskan journalist and politician who thought that his state would look much better if it was populated with trees. And so we're really delighted today to follow the tradition of planting a tree on Arbor Day. The village of Mamaroneck is a tree city, and that means that it is recognized by the state of New York and by the federal government for caring about its trees, for planting them, taking care of them, teaching about them. And today we have a seedling planting project here that people can participate in, where we're sending home Taringo crab apples with people. Couldn't get cherry trees. I was just a little bit too late to plant in their yards, and these very small seedlings will grow into 15-foot full-size trees. But we have an absolutely beautiful specimen of a cherry tree that we're going to plant right out here on the East Basin, if people are willing to brave a few raindrops and some mist and follow me out there. And we also have, sitting on the table over here, Blossom the Treacher. Blossom has a whole body that goes with her. But we didn't have an occupant to fill the costume. But the Treachers are a marvelous, marvelous invention of Judith Blau, a resident right here in Westchester, in Eastchester, who has created the Treacher family for the New York State Forestry and Department of Environmental Conservation. And here's a little story about Blossom the Treacher. Deep in the magic of a forest, there's a great oak tree. And on this oak, there are live tiny animals called treachers. And they hide inside their acorn nut shelters. And each little treacher has a special job to do to help to take care of his home in the oak tree. Some treachers watch over the new baby leaves that grow each spring. Some care for the bark, while others encourage the roots to grow. They're treachers that direct the sunlight to the leaves so they'll turn green in the summer. And they're treachers who prune the tree, and some very brave treachers who protect the tree from insects and disease. And the treacher's most important job is to help plant seeds so that the new trees will grow. Trees are necessary to all life on our planet. And so the treatures are very, very tiny, but they grow into great big treatures when it's necessary. And Blossom, our treacher that's here today, is a pollinator. She spreads pollen and helps fertilize the tree so that we can have these wonderful cherry blossom flowers. And if you all follow me outside, we are going to take the village of Mamaroneck, very special shovel, used to plant trees, and go plant our cherry trees.
Hey, Fred, I broke it in for you.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, the tree is being jointly given by the Harbor Island Conservancy. Fred Longacre is the president of the Conservancy. Well
Fred,
done.
get close to the tree.
Lenny, on behalf of the, or Tom, you want to do this village trustee? We have Tom Murphy with us, one of the trustees in the village of Mamaroneck.
You have to get close to the tree.
I've used the shovel before, Carl. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you, Tom. Lenny?
Lenny, come on. Not a lot of people let's hold.
Peter? Peter, is someone here present that?
Has a wood handle.
See, Tony, if you ever need me.
They have my mortgage, though, so I really represent them.
And this shovel is for Sound Federal, who is participating in the purchase of the tree. So we appreciate the help and support of Sound Federal.
Or Tony Accavelli from the workers who dug the hole.
Come on.
For the DPW.
That's a pro.
There you go.
Anybody else want to take a shovel?
Absolutely. I want to say that I planted a tree. So excited.
Cherry tree for the, absolutely. Yeah, come on, everybody. Come on, Roseanne.
Roseanne, do it together.
I'll do it.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Dig we must.
One of my best
There you go. Thank you. These are Kwanzaa double blossom cherries,
Just like the ones that
just like the ones that we have. It's not that easy, Peter.
And I'm the guy who writes the check to this.
Who didn't take a turn? The Honorable Richard Oster.
You were smart.
So chair.
No, it's a celebration of this great tree.
No, but that's what you do.
Right.
Would you like it over there at the Osborne?
Did you get me?
Inside the Osborne main building.
Anybody else?
Sterling.
He's one of the guys that donated the trees 40 years ago.
Oh, an original donor. Bob Warner, one of the original donors of the original cherry trees that are on the group here. Anyone else? Sure, come on. Happy to have you.
Well, there's a condition. He has to wear some more.
It's too small.
That's great. Okay.
He got close to the tree.
Thank you, Andrew.
Excellent, Andrew. Super.
We get a group shot of anybody
shot?
who wants to be in a group shot.
Hey, group shot. Everybody come stand behind the tree this way. Or do you want the cherry trees behind it? Maybe if we group.
What are we doing?
Oh, no, water.
Well, you get water and
I want to make sure we have a picture.
What are we doing?
He's a good athlete.
any way you want. Everybody come around this side.
He loves it. For a football team. Football.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
A lot of us have been
Everybody in the
around.
picture.
I'm unprotected right now.
Go ahead.
When you get a chance, make sure Andrew gets in the picture because someday when the tree is mature,
Right. Here's Andrew, you come back and take the shovel.
come on in. No, come on. Squeeze.
Where did you buy the silver shovel?
Oh, it's
little
the
bit
village.
Andrew, a
I'm in a public works.
It's the villages.
Okay, good.
Okay. Harriet, come on in.
It's all right. Hurry up, it's raining.
One more. One more.
I need
I like cherry pie.
Next I'll put Bill.
one more for me.
Okay.
I live on a Prospect in Delancey.
Thank you.
Make some group.
How long does it take?
Cheryl, I gotta go.
Is there activity? Thanks, Tom.
Okay, maybe much slumping shoes in the car.
Yes, we did. Thank you very much. He's not an odd guy. Thank you very much.
Okay, when you guys are done, you can write your name with this, okay, on the bottom.
And they're $10 a piece, okay? All going to the Conservancy, of course. Hello, I'm Fred Longacre, President of the Harbor Island Conservancy. We're an organization that's about 2.5 years old, and our job is to help this park, this wonderful Harbor Island Park, and its adjacent water to remain beautiful and get even more beautiful, and help keep the water clean. Our first project was putting a boom on the Mamaroneck River by the Ward Avenue Bridge, which is now up and functioning, and catching floatable garbage before it can get down into the harbor. And we're doing other projects. We're going to be working with the Harbor Island Master Plan Implementation Committee to help fund the secondary, what we might call a secondary master plan. Is we're right now in the process of hiring a consultant to make the minor drawings and plans that will fill in the gaps from the first basic sketch that we did over the last 2 years, so that when it comes time to really putting in a new playground and a new band shell and a garden and a pergola and the various other things that we have planned, we'll have the money to do that without the taxpayers having to worry about it too much. And that's our job, is to help make these things a reality in our village.
Okay, can I have your attention? Can I have your attention? Can you do that?
Peter, we're going to have to move the kids. It's going to be really loud.
Is this going to be really loud? Really loud. Okay, but we're going to make an announcement. We're going to talk a few minutes, so start doing it. Okay, I'm very pleased to announce that we have a traditional Korean band playing for us, and one of the members is going to explain a little about the band. But please note that on our street fair, the Mamaroneck Street Fair, coming up in June, they're going to be performing with maybe even a larger band. So you'll have a chance to see them again. We also have over on the table over there, we have a brochure which explains everything about them. So I'm going to turn it over to one of the members who's going to tell you a couple of interesting items while we move the table.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi. My name is Chan Hyuk. I'm going to just tell you about a very brief description of what we're going to do today. It's called Kumul, often classified as farmers' music, or Noma, is an all-encompassing expression of traditional Korean folk music, reflecting the history of the people in work, life, labor, military culture, as well as the Buddhist and shamanist beliefs. The oldest working recording the existence of Kumul dates back to thousands of years. There hasn't been any written record of it, so we're just guessing it's been thousands of years old. In the old days, the music and dance of Kumul were performed for days and nights to repel evil spirits, to celebrate the planting of crops and harvests, providing spiritual uplifting and revitalization of fatigued souls during big festivals such as the Gujong, which is Lunar New Year's Day, and then Haeborum, it's a full moon's day, and Chuseok, it's Korean Thanksgiving Day. Everyone in the village joined in the celebration and playing the drums and dancing to its rhythms to express communal solidarity. Now, it's supposed to be played outside. It's created so that it gets played outside the big fields. So we're going to be very loud, so don't get scared or surprised. Now we're going to play a piece called Yeongnam, which is a music played in the region of Yeongnam in Korea. Now if you see the program, if you open up, there will be a little map of Korea describing where Yeongnam region is. Now, let's welcome Yeongnam and Hanuri.